Welcome back to Big Board. Taking a look at Semper. It's a multi-man, or originally the gamer's game from the Tactical Combat Series system of rules, platoon scale, fun stuff. I've managed to get through, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns here so far. They're 20-minute turns. And it's been a bloody exercise, and it's interesting that these smaller units, right? All these guys here, the when I say smaller, just in terms of capability, right? The 4 is the firepower versus the 6 here. This is a submachine gun unit, so it gets a little bit of a boost, but its range is only 1, and these guys have a range of 4, right? See the 4 there, right? And 2 is their morale, and their morale is 3. But their morale is negatively impacted by the number of steps they've taken of losses, but also what the current losses are for the battalion is going to have a compound effect as well on each individual morale roll. So over time, what we've done is we've spent an enormous amount of the artillery capability and HE ammo or firepower that's available for Dog Company and Easy Company. We've been focusing on this area here. And if I can just gently rotate and go up a little bit to Tugok over there as well. And I have been incessantly pounding this hill. I've used up about almost half of my available artillery, and also used my air in this area, and we've killed a lot of steps doing that. Because I'm yet to get the right sequence of actions going for Dog Company to try and race up the hill. Excuse me, piece of watermelon. So in order to get up into this hill, this is an interesting situation here. These guys are dug in. They're on the back side of that hill. You'll see that's height 100, and then this is going to be 80, but also in that hex is 60. So you don't take the exact. There are multiple ways to conduct line of sight and assess elevation, but if you're doing it sort of the official, most complicated way, basically, you're taking sort of an average of these heights. So these guys are basically on the back slope of the hill, so they don't have a direct line of sight to these guys, and nor do they have one to them. But we do have guys that can shoot down along the line here, along the contour, and hit these dudes, and they can also get shot by these AT guns here. They fire at half power when they're firing HE, or firing the equivalent of HE, right? Using an HE shot, basically. So I've lost a full platoon trying to take this hex. We have now, I'm moving a hex, taking my, being fired on by Overwatch fire, moving another hex, being fired on by Overwatch fire, flipping to fire mode, where I go to ground, basically. So I've been inching my way up doing that, right? And now we're in a position where next turn we want to put some mortar smoke down here and here probably, and flip to move mode, and then we're going to close assault this hill, the backside of this hill. The North Koreans have snuck a guy up here. He's not dug in, he's moved out, and he's helping in a counterattack to protect this hill. That he's allowed to do that under a prepared defense, and in fact I could also bring these guys in as well, but we're not going to, because I think they're only one step. I'll have to double check that guy. But anyway, that's what's going on. It's bloody. When you fire at someone, so if let me just show you here. If I move a unit and fire at it, the Overwatch fire, I can have a reaction Overwatch and fire at that guy, back at that guy, with another stack, right? And that actually here caused these guys to bug out. They took a save yourself roll, SYR, and they lost a step and retreated, retreated through this hex. These guys fired at them as they retreated in Overwatch because they were shooting them as they retreated. Kept them moving, and then these guys were then suppressed in the hex as well. So it got bloody. It's been effective fire for a lot of the shots for both sides, and I was having a hard time getting the right sort of cadence of movement because we're getting bogged down in not only the contours, which in this particular module you have to pay significantly extra for, but also the swamp and marsh sort of rice paddies, whatever you want to call it, rice paddies I guess, are very difficult to move through as well. It takes a third of your movement to get just through one hex, 2 movement points. So that's what's been going on. I thought I'd check in here. I know I haven't done very much video on this other than the introductory. But we are not, as I originally said I was probably going to do, was hang back until the 1300 turn when I got all my reinforcements. I have seen the effectiveness of the king of the battlefield of artillery here, and so we've been plinking away with that artillery, and we're saving some for when the reinforcements arrive, saving some ammo, and I'll use them to push in here and then across the ridge here, and we'll see how we go. Keeping in mind that I have until noon the next day as well to secure the rest of the hilltop. But we also have another full regiment, not full regiment, another battalion of reinforcements coming for the North Koreans, including tanks, T-34s. So it could get bloody here, and depending on what their orders will be, whether they implement an attack order or a prepared defense order, or just a reserve order where they're going to be activated as reserve and come and reinforce this ridge, will really depend on what sort of action goes down. So it's going to be pretty interesting. All right, stay tuned, roll some dice, talk to you soon.